So if I am looking to hire a PPC agency to actually bring more leads or bring me more sales for my business, what would you recommend that I ask them?
So the first thing I'd ask for a PPC agency would be previous experience. So case studies to show that they've done the PPC account in that industry. I think the main reason for that is because you can quickly start to understand, they'll know what the buying intent keywords are. They can then start to already probably got a negative keyword list and already know quite a bit with regards to click fraud and stuff like that.
Yeah, so you would be asking them like more case studies and maybe even testimonials and stuff like that, right? Okay. I would probably ask them like what kind of tools they're using. So a big part to PPC is obviously split testing different landing pages and making certain that you're just trying to incrementally increase the conversion rate. So if, say, for example, your website's converting at 2%, how can we push that to 3%? What tools are they using? Are they using VWO? Are they even using any tools at all to actually split test all of that? Because then over time, obviously, the more split testing that you do, you can tweak certain colors, you can tweak certain contact form designs, or if, say, for example, you're an e-commerce store, you can potentially remove certain elements from your cart page, and that will obviously impact your conversion rate. So that's one thing that I would be wanting to know, like what kind of tools they're using.
Yeah, for sure. Obviously, you've got like Hotjar and Optimizely as well, as VWO, all great tools to check on conversion rate optimization. If you improve the conversion of the website, obviously the cost per lead's then going to come down, or the cost per conversion is going to come down, and you're going to look better as a PPC agency. So yeah, that's a great shout. The next one would be costs and prices. So like what actual account management fee are they charging? So it could be anything from 10 to 30% of the normal averages. Probably say around 15 to 20% is average. So if someone's spending £10,000 a month, they'll probably look to maybe charge 1,500 in fees. But then I just want to check what they are paying, because if I am paying 20%, I want to make certain they are an absolute expert of what they're doing, because it is relatively high to add 20% on top of what you're already paying in ad spend. So I'd want to know that, and then obviously then work out to feel, is this good value for this agency that I'm using?
Yeah, that's a good shout. One thing that I would also be looking at is if they run PPC themselves for their own agency, because if they can obviously do it for themselves and generate their own inquiries, then that's also another good starting point.
Yeah, for sure. And then, like you said, just general branding. Sometimes just looking at the brand and going, do they look like a legitimate company? Like, are they good? Like you said, I mentioned about the testimonials and the case studies and stuff like that. But sometimes just the feel of, are these going to be around? Like, are they going to hang about and be helping us all the way through? Because growth is never linear. It's always up and down. It's a roller coaster. And especially when you first start a campaign, there's going to be tough times. There's going to be a lot of click fraud and negative keywords that need loading in. So I'd say adding to it is, do you get an account manager? Like, I know it sounds so tedious, but like having someone to pick up the phone to moan at or say, why are we not doing this? Or do you think we should try this? And being able to bounce ideas off someone. Or I've got this image, do you think this might work with this? Or I've got this video, do you think that might work? You want to keep split testing ideas, not just obviously split testing the website, but also split testing the different ads of what can be run.
Yeah, definitely. And then one thing that you obviously touched on is the pricing of how much they actually charge. Another thing to bear in mind is that a lot of PPC agencies, they charge for like an account activation or like an account setup fee. And that's also important. And then you just also want to potentially go and watch a couple PPC videos and just understand the lingo. Because if they're talking to you about CPC and you just don't know what that is, they're able to just like lie to you. It's not something that happens often, but again, there are a lot of cowboy PPC agencies, so just be aware of that. But away from like the actual setup fees and stuff like that, is there anything else that you would ask?
That's to start with. There would be the main questions that I'd be asking a PPC company is the track record, the testimonials, the case studies, the prices. And then from there, then I'll be looking to compare one PPC agency against another to see who I think would be best value. And it's not as best value doesn't mean the cheapest. Like the main one I'd want to know is how many other businesses have they managed to scale and grow in a similar market to what I'm in, so I can understand, like, some might be brilliant at e-commerce as a PPC agency, some might be brilliant at lead generation. So I'd want to try to find the best PPC agency that's good for my type of industry. I think that's the most important part that I would be looking for.
Yeah, definitely. And then one other thing as well is, if you're watching this video, you're probably wanting to grow your business. Now, PPC might not be the actual optimal solution to grow your business. You might need SEO, you might need Facebook ads, you might need a hybrid approach. So even before hiring a PPC agency, what you might want to do is hire a fractional CMO. If you do want that, both myself and James are available, so head over to fatrank.com and fill in the form, and we'll be able to guide you a lot more with what would actually be a lot more suitable for your business. We obviously deal with a lot of companies, so we can tell you straight off the bat if PPC is actually worthwhile doing, or if maybe potentially you should actually double down on lead generation or SEO. So the link is down below.